I never thought I would see the day when Ferrari, the crown jewel of Italian motorsport, the creator of some of the most breathtaking supercars on Earth, would step into the world of motorhomes. But here we are. Welcome to the story of the 2028 Ferrari Stradale Motorhome, the racing RV legend. Before we dive into the speed, luxury, and madness of this machine, let me ask you something quickly. Comment below which country or city you're watching from. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories like this. Your comments really do help build this community, and I'd love to know where all of you are tuning in from. Now buckle up, because this isn't just another concept car, and it isn't just a luxury RV. This is Ferrari rewriting the rules of travel, a motorhome that doesn't lumber along in the slow lane, but one that carries the beating heart of a racing legend. It all started in late 2024, when Ferrari's CEO announced something that sounded impossible. Ferrari, the same company that has spent over 75 years obsessing about shaving milliseconds off lap times, would be designing a motorhome. At first, the automotive press laughed. How could the same brand that builds the LaFerrari, the Daytona SP3, the SF90 Stradale, possibly build something as, well, domestic as a motorhome? But Ferrari had an answer. They weren't building just a motorhome. They were building the Stradale Motorhome, a rolling legend that would take Ferrari's DNA from the racetrack, fuse it with Italian design flair, and create an entirely new category, the racing RV. The first time I saw the Ferrari Stradale Motorhome in person, my jaw dropped. Forget the image of a boxy RV or a bulky camper van. This thing looked like a piece of art sculpted by the wind itself. The body was long and sleek, dripping in that signature Rosso Corsa red that every Ferrari wears like a badge of honor. The lines weren't squared, they were sculpted, aerodynamic curves inspired by the Ferrari 812 Competizione. The front fascia carried a design reminiscent of Ferrari's Formula One cars, with razor-sharp LED headlights shaped like aggressive racing eyes. The roofline swept backward, almost coupe-like, but extended over 40 feet. The side panels were made of carbon fiber composites, because of course, Ferrari wasn't about to let their motorhome weigh as much as a small building. But the most breathtaking part? The rear diffuser. Yes, a real racing diffuser. The kind you'd expect on a track weapon, not an RV. Ferrari claimed it wasn't just for looks, it actually improved downforce and highway stability. And above it, quad titanium exhaust pipes let out a symphony of sound unlike anything the RV world has ever heard. This wasn't a home on wheels. This was a hypercar stretched into a living legend. Of course, Ferrari couldn't slap their badge on a diesel motorhome and call it a day. No, the Stradale Motorhome had to live up to its bloodline. Underneath its carbon fiber skin lay a 6.5-litre naturally aspirated V12 hybrid powertrain, borrowed from Ferrari's flagship track cars and tuned specifically for this beast. The motorhome produced over 1C200 horsepower. Yes, you heard that right, an RV with more horsepower than most hypercars. Paired with a hybrid system featuring dual electric motors on the rear axle, the Stradale Motorhome could accelerate from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.9 seconds. Let that sink in. An RV, something you'd expect to crawl up a hill in second gear, could outrun most sports cars at a stoplight. Top speed, electronically limited to 155 mph because Ferrari admitted no one really needs to go faster in a 40-foot living space. But the capability was there. In testing, engineers whispered it touched 170 mph on Fiorano track before. Ferrari's lawyers stepped in and said, enough. But speed wasn't the only trick. Ferrari's magnetic suspension system, active aerodynamics, and all-wheel steering meant the Stradale Motorhome handled more like a Gran Turismo race car than a highway cruiser. Drivers reported feeling like they were piloting a giant Ferrari GT rather than a lumbering RV. Step inside and you forget you're in a motorhome. The interior was nothing short of a luxury penthouse designed by Ferrari's artisans. Every inch was draped in hand-stitched Italian leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber trim. The colors were customizable, but the launch model showcased Ferrari's classic red and black cockpit theme, blending seamlessly from the driver's area into the lounge. The cockpit itself felt like sitting in a Ferrari SF90, a flat-bottom steering wheel with integrated controls, F1-style paddle shifters, and a massive digital display wrapping around the driver. The passenger seat wasn't just a seat, it was a full racing bucket, built for comfort and thrill. Behind the cockpit, the motorhome expanded into an open living space, a modular lounge with racing-inspired recliners, a hidden flat screen that rose from the counter, and ambient LED lighting that pulsed softly like the heartbeat of an engine. The kitchen was minimalist yet refined, brushed aluminum, induction cooking, espresso machine by Ferrari's design partners, and of course a wine cellar designed to hold 6 bottles of vintage Italian red. The rear housed a master suite with a queen-sized bed framed in carbon fiber accents, panoramic skylight, an integrated Ferrari audio system tuned for symphonic sound. Even the bathroom was a work of art. Rainfall shower, marble finishes, and subtle Ferrari logos etched into the fixtures. It wasn't just luxury, it was Ferrari's idea of home. Ferrari wasn't about to leave tech behind. The Stradale Motorhome came equipped with autonomous driving assist, level 4, meaning on highways it could practically drive itself while you enjoyed the view. Solar panel roof feeding into a hybrid battery system, holographic infotainment for both driver and passengers, AI concierge that could adjust cabin lighting, temperature, and even recommend scenic routes. And in true Ferrari fashion, there was a unique feature called track mode. Engage it, and the suspension stiffened, aerodynamics adjusted, and the exhaust note roared louder, turning your road trip into a taste of Monza. Of course, you can't just walk into a Ferrari dealership and buy one of these. Only 39 units were built, a nod to the legendary Ferrari 250 GTO, one of the rarest cars in history. The price? A cool 5.5 million, but Ferrari insisted that was only the starting price. With bespoke customization, from choosing your leathers, to installing private artwork, to having your initials embroidered into the cockpit, most buyers easily crossed the $7 million mark. And yet, every single unit sold out within 48 hours. Billionaires, royalty, tech moguls, all desperate to own a piece of history. The 2028 Ferrari Stradale Motorhome wasn't just a vehicle. It was a statement, a bridge between Ferrari's racing past and a bold, unconventional future. It proved that speed, passion, and art didn't have to be confined to the racetrack. They could exist on open highways under the stars, with a home that moves faster than most cars. For Ferrari purists, it was shocking. For dreamers, it was inspiring. For the world, it was a reminder that Ferrari doesn't follow rules, they rewrite them. So here's my question for you. Would you drive the Ferrari Stradale Motorhome across your country if you had the chance? Or is this a billionaire's toy you just admire from afar? Comment below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this journey, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Because there are more stories like this coming. Machines that defy logic, designs that inspire dreams, and legends that keep us asking, what's next? This has been the 2028 Ferrari Stradale Motorhome, the racing RV legend.